Hello and welcome. This is Hena Talati and you are watching It's Tomorrow News. At least 11 people have been killed and a dozen injured following a landslide in a mining area in the northwest Colombia, authorities reported on Thursday. An unspecified number of people remain missing due to the landslide in Abriaquí municipality, which was caused by the heavy rains, the risk management agency said. Most victims are believed to be the miners who were working at the unofficial gold mine that was covered by the landslide in an unpopulated area in Abriaquí, the National Unit of Disaster Risk Management said. Authorities are moving toward the site to support emergency services and assess the possible damage to infrastructure, officials said. The president expressed his solidarity with the families of the victims on Thursday and said relief agencies are engaged in the search operations with the disaster agency. Landslides are very common in Colombia due to the mountainous terrain, frequently heavy rains, and poor or informal construction of houses. The rainy season, which began on March 16, has already wreaked havoc on the more than 9,000 people across the country, the National Unit for Disaster Risk Management said. Before that, in early February, 15 people died and 35 were injured in the landslide in the western city of Pereira. And in 2017, at least 254 people were killed by mudslides in the southern part of Mocoa. Landslides are one of the most hazardous natural phenomena fostering economic and even losses worldwide. Several countries like Colombia in South America are hotspots for the fatal landslides. In central western Colombia, particularly in the departments of Caldas, Risaralda, Quindío and Antioquia, this kind of events are more frequent. Upward trends in these areas and nationwide increase in the number of events in last 20 years suggests that the fatal landslides are far from being effectively mitigated. The strong correlation between the climate variability phenomenon known as El Nino, southern oscillation and fatal landslides, particularly during those years when strong La Nina events occur. Despite rainfall being the most common trigger for the fatal landslides, it is observed an increasing trend in the anthropogenically related events in the last decade also led to fatal landslides. Due to the relatively high cost of living space, homes are built on the steep middle and upper valley slopes, which are susceptible to the mass wasting. The slopes above Medellin have resulted in at least 3 known catastrophic landslides. The failure of thick residual soils overlying the intensely fractured bedrock occurs during the torrential storms or following prolonged heavy rainfall. In 2003, for example, at least 13 persons were killed, 20 remain missing, and more than 300 homes were destroyed after overnight rains in western Colombian towns in the Caldas district. Landslides may also be induced by the earthquakes such as those which occurred in 1999 in the Eje Cafetero, central part of Colombia, and in 1995 in Taruamena. These block roads, damage communications and utilities, and often isolating small towns. This has significant effects on the economy, preventing the export of crops such as coffee. Earthquake-triggered landslides and volcanic landslides continue to be generated near the Nevado del Ruiz and Nevado del Huila volcanoes. It was huge lahar in 1985 which buried the town of Amero, killing at least 25,000 people. Small-scale artisanal coal mining in central Cordillera frequently results in subsidence of the ground surface and the generation of destructive landslides. Several cities in Colombia have established legislation and organizations to mitigate against the landslide hazards. The objective is to draw the attention to the causes, consequences, and management of landslides in the towns, cities of Colombia. That's all for now. For more news updates, stay tuned with us. It's Tomorrow News. For more global weather updates like this, subscribe our channel and hit the bell icon for regular updates.